me. 10 bands, really, that ain't a lot to me. Turn on my swag to infinity. I leveled up on these. Yeah, I leveled up. I bezeled up on these. Yeah, I bezeled up. I ain't got time for no negative energy. I'm on a winning streak.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Hey, come on. You're ready to a brick wall. 6.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On first down, it's Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
11. 180. Black 80.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33.
Check 3.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, we got 3 downs.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
4 down. Check. 11. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He completes it to Bryant. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Move it up, fellas. Double tight. Alert.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Todd Gurley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down throw for Brissett. It's complete to Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams, when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Hut!
Brissett now on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Ohio! 56 to Mike. Ohio! Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
First down, Brissett. He left side, and he's got a man. It's Marshall. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get... Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, guys, check it. Flex round! Jim!
Second down, Brissett. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Brissett on first down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Flex round! Flex round! Hut! Hut!
On second down, Brissett again. And his throw is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Hut!
On third down, Brissett. He finds his target, Fuller. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Bucky Hodges, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
12. 6.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Get set!
Now Gurley. And some room to roam now. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Keep it up, fellas.
Another carry down for Gurley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off.
Here we go. Hurry up.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, You know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Brissett now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
We got three.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. A second down throw for Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Fuller. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Hey, 4 down. Ohio!
From the gun, here's Brissett. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Motion!
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Oh, the crossing route complete. It's Fuller. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ohio! Ohio! Hey, we got 3 down.
Brissett to throw on first. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
A second down throw for Brissett. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Brissett now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Brissett. And able to find Dorsett. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. From the red zone now, Brissett incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! 3 down, 3 down. Hey, flex round! Flex round! Hot! You got tight. You got tight right there.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Bucky Hodges in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Elliott now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. We have hit. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies and try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Flex round! Flex round! Hot! Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's got this one complete to Perriman. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Flex round! Flex round!
10, Brissett. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch out.
Here's Brissett.
I got it.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Marshall, the intended receiver. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Go. Here we go.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Go ahead. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check three. Switch. 21. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. 12, fellas, here we go. Danny.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And a short gain here down to the 22. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far.
11.
This is 3rd and 7.
Go ahead. 120. 180. Check.
Gurley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Broncos are in for 6. Now Garoppolo will lead his guys up to go for the 2-point try.
Hurry up.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43.
Flex round! Flex round! 3 down, 3 down! Flex round! Flex round! Hut!
A first down throw for Brissett. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Brissett now on 2nd down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Brissett now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Brissett now. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Reuben Foster able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And that is no good. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey. We got 3 down.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He completes it to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On the toss, it's Gurley. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
11. Hey, we have 13. 6. Go ahead. Here we go.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
4 down.
Here's Gurley. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's where you belong.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Hey. 4 down. Here we go. Like 20.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Breaks it, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Todd Gurley, a 12-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos will extend their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
A huge play there for Houston. 62 yards.
Ohio! Ohio!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Get set! Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. One, Omaha.
Now it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
6. Go ahead. Here we go.
Garoppolo to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. There's Gurley now. Toss right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Broncos, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.